Hey, hey, hey. I was just waiting for a minute before 11. How you all doing? Good to see you. Hello, Julia. Julia and Julie. Hi, hi, hi. Good evening, good evening. How are you all? I'm very, very happy to be here. Busy day, but a slow day. I don't know how you think I just imploded duality on that one, right? Really, really nice to be here and really happy to share what I was inspired to share with you tonight. Yeah. Hello, Guadalupe. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Hello. And I'm sure you can't really see him. Maybe if, do you see the eyes? There's my Melky. Or my cats are masters of camouflage. Well, because it's dark. They're black cats. Hey, Booger. He's such a good boy. All of them are. But he has had a past life as a spiked heel. I don't know if he'll do his trick. Yep, there he is. Amy's back here and the pump. He's my sweetheart. I totally wish he would climb up here on the table. Kitty, are you my baby boy? Are you my baby Taurus? Are you my stubborn little bull? He is a stubborn bull cat. It's his way or the highway. Can I boop your nose? Boop. Yeah, he lets me boop his nose. The trick that never gets old. Oh, my angel. Oh, like you could fall asleep with his head in my hand. I love when they do that. Hey, Colin. Hi, sweetheart. For anybody who's new to this, we wait until like 5 minutes before I start the prayer, just to give people, because there are people who are getting notifications and stuff. So, and there's Liza. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, it's a hi. The emoji looks a little bit like a snail because like the hand up looks like the head of a snail, and then the head looks like a shell. I know it's not now. Hello, Karen. Welcome, welcome. I've got my son Melchior here, one of three, the youngest. It's so adorable. Oh my god. Except I never have a camera on me when they do like the really amazingly cute funny shit. That never happens that way. Never, ever, ever, ever. Yeah, he's my sweetie. He's my good boy. Are you so beautiful? You're such a beautiful. You're a beautiful boy. He looks at me like he's the prince of the stink eye. I love you though. You blink and you slow blink. When they slow blink at you, that's their way of kissing. They do that. So I just got like 3 of them in a row. It's his way of saying, "Don't touch me, but I love you." Cats, right? About as passive aggressive as it gets, but that's okay. They're cats. They're allowed to be passive. It really, in the dictionary under passive aggression, there should be a picture of a cat. Go away. Where are you going? Hi, Grace. Hi, all. Blessing, blessing, blessings. Like I said, we're just waiting another 3 minutes on my clock. We'll do an opening prayer. We get to do our chat though, because I'm really finding that as much as the chats and the prayers and the meditations and the card draws and the spiritual techniques and practices that I share at 11 p.m. are helpful. I'm really feeling for where we are on planet Earth right now, that the community aspect, that we are connecting. I haven't even said hello to an actual human being face to face in a couple of days. I took out garbage 2 days ago. Well, I took out garbage today too, but yeah, so good. Scamp just looked up to make sure it was you. He's Aminals love me, probably because I say aminal. Cool. So yeah, another couple of minutes. We're gonna start with just a basic prayer because I really I was inspired to share with you Praise Circle tonight. I'm going to tell you the story of how I learned it and the process itself, because it's something that even though I've known it for decades, let's see. I first learned it from the Ishaya Monks. Yeah, the first year of the company. So 1998, I learned this. And I still forget to do it. And it's the easiest way of raising your vibration and feeling better. And it's not like to try and manifest anything. It's not like a bypassing technique. It's just a way of raising your vibration. So I'll tell you the process and how they taught it to me. Hello, T. Sullivan. I really avoid calling any of you by your real names because you obviously chose names, right, to be on YouTube. So, like, I know who you are, like Mari, I know, right? Like, I know Grace, I know Julian. I just, uh, you can call me Trish here. It's more intimate than just rando Facebook. Okay, good. Good, Trish. Yeah, every now and again, I get this little thing that flashes on that says, your connection is unstable. Use you? Who are you calling unstable? You don't know me. Anyway, you've been known to call me Urda. Urda. That's her player name. We play. It's how we met. You know, the gods can, you know, that's why the people who are supposed to meet are going to meet. The gods can totally rewire this reality like that to make sure you meet the people you're supposed to meet right on time. It's very, very true. All right, 11:05. Everyone take a nice deep breath. Settle in. Not a settle in. That's a torch. Settle in. And let's hand this day now over to the divine, shall we? First, just take for like a minute, like 60 seconds. Just breathe. Just take the time to focus on your breath, to slow down, to oxygenate the blood, to partner with your breath, to breathe into the now. Not really a meditation so much as just a focusing technique, a breathing technique, nothing fancy. Just giving yourself permission to let go of the stress in your body, to let go of the complexities of the past, is what a past it has been, just this past day, this past week, month. To let go of the anticipation of the future, both positive and negative. Is this really a meditation, or is just this being here now? Really, the only thing we can be is here now. It's just what the mind does otherwise. And do take a moment to scan your body for any place that feels tight or tense, holding on, needing a little stretch, shoulder roll. Because just like the serenity prayer, you know, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I can't change. Well, I accept that there's not much I can change outside of these walls right now. I accept. And with that acceptance comes a certain peace, at least in the now, and the courage to change the things I can. And what can I change? My breath. What I'm thinking about, what I'm focusing on, at least here now. And through that experience, we get the wisdom to know the difference. So it is from this place I offer this prayer, and I ask my pantheons of deities to say it through me, that it serve everyone watching this live or later. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, all the pantheons, all the cultures, all the lenses through which the divine can be perceived and met. Please shine your light upon us. Light us up, the light of truth, the light of guidance, the light of hope, that we may find our way with your love, with your grace, through these very complex times that we are in. But in this moment, grant us simplicity. I personally ask for everyone who is watching live or later to be blessed with the goddess graces, the maiden, the mother, the crone, the maiden grace of humility, that we may find peace in knowing that we don't know, that it is unscripted, that we are in an uncertain time, and yet the gods know exactly what's going to play out. God would have us know in this present time that in this present moment, all that we need is right in the breath. Please grant us the mother grace of hope, that we alone do nothing, but that with the divine all things are possible in their proper place and time. Please grant us the grace of hope that there are better tomorrows ahead, that there are deeper connections, that we'll be able to have physical contact again. Of course we will, but may that hope lift us up even now, that there is a purpose to all of this that we may not see for a while, but nonetheless we are vital parts of it. Otherwise we wouldn't be here. And like the mother, may she calm us, keeping us warm and safe, even within our own skins psychologically. And may we have the crone grace of endurance. Oh, bless us with the crone grace of endurance, to endure the day-to-day, but to endure the isolation, to endure whatever rises within us, that we may embrace it, heal it, feel it, and transform it for all of humanity. That we may endure whatever is necessary for us to rise above this challenge, to get through it. Because the only way out is through. That's just the way things are. That may we have that crone grace, the crone who has lived through it all and has stories and wisdoms to share, and won't we all on the other side of this? Because I know within my soul that there will be a vaccine and there will be treatments, and there may someday even be over-the-counter medication for this stuff, as more and more of us survive and endure. That we may look back at this time and tell the stories of what we did, of how we survived, how we endured, and how we crewed together through social media, and that we never really will see social media. We never saw it the same way again because of the hope, the humility, and the endurance that it gave us. Oh, my dear gods, please guide us in our chat, in our practice tonight of the praise circle, praise, gratitude, and love, that we may leave this stream, again, live or later, feeling better than how we came in. And hopefully we will be reminded of this very simple process in our most desperate hours, not to bypass, but to raise our vibration so that we heal faster, that we become more mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically resilient to what's going on. That we be as strong as iron, but that we bend to the gale. The winds of change that are blowing by. Hang on. The winds are starting to howl. The beast is on the prowl. Can you hear its strange cry? The winds of change are blowing by. Starship. Goddess bless Grace Slick. God, that song is good. Walk softly through the desert sand, careful where you tread. I will play that tomorrow in the Angelo Lyons Mal for Short Facebook group. I'll find it. I'm sure there's a video somewhere on YouTube. It's a great song. Makes me cry. Your soul is beautiful, Mal. Thank you, sweetheart. But, you know, and it's not, see, let me put it to you this way. I am the youngest in my family. So as we all know, shit rolls downhill. So I went through a lot being the only gay child in my family, it seems, not just my nuclear family, like my father, my mother, my brother. Then they divorced, and then my stepbrother, my stepfather, my stepbrother, my stepsister. But even in my larger like Italian family, I have a huge Italian family. The only gay one, right? I'm the only witch. So, I took a lot of abuse and a lot of neglect. Maybe not so much the physical abuse, but the psychological abuse. But I have to remember, Dr. Phil was still in college when I was growing up. The state of psychology then is not how it is now. But I pulled a card for myself, uh, growing beyond guilt. It couldn't have happened any other way. And that's a theme in Matt Kahn's new book, that in order for me to be who I'm meant to be in this life, my life couldn't have been any other way. It had to be the way it is. So not just unraveling guilt for what we believe we've done, but unraveling the guilt of what we believe others have done. And that's why I have that humility. Yeah, I again, no one is more shocked that I look the way that I do. But no one gets a sweet soul without getting beaten and bruised in one way, shape, or form. And keep in mind, I came out of the closet in 1984, really taking my life into my hands. And unraveling the ego, whether it's the superior ego or the inferior ego, it's rough. And honestly, I could have very easily had the superior ego, but in a way, that's really the divine masculine territory, right? Very honored to be a divine feminine in this life, but we do tend to lean towards the inferior ego. So it is what it is. So it's not that I don't appreciate the compliments, I really do, and it's not that I don't believe them, I do. I am just very, very careful of pedestal syndrome. I've been put up on pedestals and then knocked down with a barbed wire bat. So I'm very careful that there not become a cult of Mal. It's not good. I've been in spiritual organizations with leaders that were revered so high, and they believed their own press, read their own, right, what is it, drank their own Kool-Aid, so to speak. And it just never goes well. I've had my nose rubbed in that, you know what it is? Spiritual ego. Better than. You have to be very careful of better than, just as careful as we are of worse than. Whether it's through racism, misogyny, misandry, homophobia, transphobia, you name it. It's all part of the same schemata, the illusion of separation, and I'm doing my best to unravel that within myself. That's why I don't take myself so seriously, and that's why I think people like me, because they know I've been through hell. It's I don't know if any of you remember Whoopi Goldberg's one-woman show. It was like the first thing a lot of us were introduced before, she was super famous. She did this one-woman show. And there was this California Girl character that she did. And the character got I just remember her talking to a nun in it. Like, we have to find that. That's got to be on YouTube. And I think she needed an abortion or something. I don't remember. Or that she had sex, or whatever. And the nun said to her, "You have sinned in the eyes of God." She's like, "No, I didn't. I had fun. What do you know, penguin?" That stuck with me. I'm the guy. I'm the guy who has seen it all. I can't say I've done it all, and I've done enough that I'm never going to judge somebody. Does that make sense? Let me just roll up here, because some of you are commenting here. I'm grateful the universal energies brought me back to you. Right now, I've been finding peace and grounding, starting my mornings and ending my nights with your prayers. Yeah, and I'm sorry I couldn't do it this morning. I needed to sleep. I was a wreck this morning. I have 2 in my family, 1 boy and 1 girl. I think I'm just kind of fluid. I love the person, whatever they are. Yeah, it's just I have a fish allergy. Terrible thing to say. I'm sorry. See, I can't take myself too seriously. Yes, it's probably an avoidance strategy. You should meet my family. Once you meet my family, you're like, oh, oh, now it all makes sense. Yeah. I'm sorry you went through so much pain in your life, Mal. I do understand. It has made you who you are today. It just warms my heart when I feel your energy. Well, thank you. And that's from years and years and years of working on myself. And I think that's that. Look, anybody who makes you bow and scrape as a spiritual teacher, healer, anything like that, run as fast as you can. It's like they say, if you meet the Buddha on the road, kill him, right? Because anybody who's claiming to be a Buddha, no. Yeah. All right. So let me scroll back down here. I'm the youngest here as well. Big black sheep here. Well, but the thing is, I'm the white sheep in my family. Stick out like a sore thumb. I love Whoopi. I really like her a lot. Yeah. Don't bullshit. That is why. Yeah. Let's see. Buy pride. Woohoo. Fish allergy. That's hysterical. Yeah. My throat closes. That's actually a Margaret Cho joke. Can I tell you, like, to me, my living pantheon of goddesses are as follows, in no particular order. Margaret Cho, Kathy Griffin, who I love, Paula Poundstone, I know a little out of it, but Chelsea Handler. I adore Chelsea Handler, and yes, we could throw Bette Midler on there, but, you know, Bette Midler is a different echelon. She's just different. She saved my life. Chelsea Handler just gets me, right? And you know what? Even my favorite artists, females, Indigo Girls, Kate Bush, I still love a good Sheryl Crow. Why? Because every day is a winding road. I get a little bit closer. Yeah. Cool. So for anybody who's new to the group, like anybody just like scrolling by and say, oh, what's that about? We've all been hanging out here, if anybody's new to this, because there are people who may not be chatting who are just watching. You can't see who's in the room unless they're actually chatting. So there might be people who are just witnessing. A lot of us are members of the Mark Angelo Lyons Mal for short private Facebook group, where all sorts of goings on go on. But we are respectful, but with a tongue firmly planted in cheek, right? Keeping our sense of humor and getting ourselves through this. Yes, I am a spiritual teacher and a professional intuitive and all of that, but you know what? I'm your brother. I am. We're all brothers and sisters here. You know, even your parents are your brothers and sisters if you want to look at it that way. You know, not cut from the same cloth, all one cloth, right? Yeah. Cool. So let's get up in this technique. When I started the company, Drawing the Circle Productions, 1998, we're still going. That's why the channel is called Drawing the Circle. I was working at Borders Books and Music in Bohemia as the community relations coordinator. It has since gone the way of the dodo, Borders Books and Music. But as community relations coordinator, I booked events, right? Like I did the events within the store. And there was a book out called, was that First Thunder by MSI, Maharishi Sadashiva Ishaya, the head of the Ishaya tradition of monks in the United States. Never met him. He had died by the time the books were out and published. But his order of monks stationed in the United States, when his work started being published, went around to all the different borders, and that's how I met my first group of Ishaya monks. Now there are 3 orders, and they dressed in the appropriate colors. Now why I loved this, when like if there are any traditional trad witches in the room, you'll get this. They dressed all in white, all in red, or all in black. I was like, Mother Crone. We should do that like Great Caesar's Ghost, Maid Mother Crone, right? Instead of Father, Son, Holy Spirit, or Mary, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Maid Mother Crone. You're kidding me. So I fell in love with them. They were really sweet. They're from all different races and different ages, because it wasn't like Tibetan monks you expect to be Tibetan, right? Tibetan Buddhist monks, right? These were Western people. So they were very personable, like they all had regular lives, and then they gave that up to do this work. So since I was starting Drawing the Circle, I read their books, and they had this technique called the Ascension. Now you can still find them I'm sure the Ishayas are still operating, but they have retreats. They don't so much travel around anymore, as far as I'm aware. They have these workshops. So it's Ishaya. Wait, I'm just trying to like keep up here. Florence and the Machine keeps me going. Well, the dog days might have come back, but that's okay. They will be over. I miss the store. Don't you miss Borders Books and Music? It was crazy working there. The first two beats of Dog Days starts playing, and my dog will wake up. Do you know? Happiness hit her like a train on the track. Don't want to do it too loud. It'll scare the cat. By the way, in case you can't see, anybody new to the group, hey, bugger. Hey, he's cleaning himself. Melchior is right here, but no, my cell phone's across the room. Here, can we see your eyes, booger? No, I don't have a light that I could shine. Yeah, leave him alone. He's so cute. Anyway, I got into their book, but they weren't going to teach me their first sphere workshop techniques unless I took the workshop. I was like, well, right at that time, I was getting ready to. It was my Saturn return. I left. I left Borders Books and Music to start drawing the circle during my Saturn return. So I asked them if they would send some monks back to Long Island, and we would do a workshop at my house in Bayshore at the time. Which, if any of you have ever been to my house in Bayshore, say so. I don't know that any of you really have. Maybe, I don't know. But that was in a galaxy not that far away, South Shore. So they came. And one of the things that they taught that I can teach, because I literally signed a paper that I would not teach the techniques, but this is something that you were there. Grace was there. Grace was at the house in Bayshore. Yeah, we had Beltane there for years and years and years with ice luges and bonfires. Anyway, bygones. That's why I don't mind the social distancing and living alone. I used to have parties with 250 people in my yard, so it's fine. Video tour, but I've actually been there. Oh no, that's this house. I'm talking about my house in Bayshore. Did we know each other when I was living in Bayshore? Yeah, I guess we did. Yeah. I've been playing Elvenar that long. Wow. I was there for, I think, for 2 Beltane parties. Yes, of course you would have been. You're a witch class student. Got it. So anyway, they taught this process called the praise circle, because their techniques are based on praise, gratitude, and love. And you can do the research, and if you can get a hold of an Ishaya monk to teach you the techniques, I still use them. They're like instant meditation techniques that go back apparently to John of Patmos, John the Revelator. So they say. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. It's like an interesting cross between mystical Christianity and pre-Vedic Brahmasmi, and now that's how I learned Sanskrit, was through the Ishayas. The MSI's book Enlightenment, his translation of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, I still have a copy of. I even have it back there. That's how I learned Sanskrit. And then, in case you're unaware, Oprah and Deepak put out another free 21-day meditation thing about hope in challenging times. I started today, even though I'm like 5 days behind. Don't care. I did 2 of them today, just so that go to Chopra Meditation Center on Facebook or wherever. Just find it. I almost forgot that. Anyway, yes, you met me camping, Julie. Oh, what we used to have to do for witchcraft, Julian. Chills. How could I get chills in the middle of the summer? But I did. Anyway, so I'm going to share with you the technique that I am allowed to share. And this is how they explained it. They said that the ascendant, the energy that's always moving us forward, the current, if you will, the life force, is always an upward spiral, right? And that there is no backwards. Though it looks like we regress, we don't. That the current of the divine that moves through all of life, the chi, the prana, the life force, the reiki, the shmeki, the eggs, the bakey, whatever you want to call it, is an upward spiral, always going higher, always evolving, always going higher, higher, higher. But that we don't always feel that, but there is a way to feel it through praise, gratitude, and love. Now, keep in mind, this is a more of an ancient tradition. So, not everything translates as well, but the technique, I think, works really well for me, at least. They said, love is the highest vibration we can feel in the body. Now, right there, I'd say debatable. I've had moments of divine ecstasy and bliss, but that came from the love of the divine, both as noun and verb. We'll talk about that another time. But okay, everybody feel love. Everybody say love, sure, but now feel love. It's like, if you're not there, you can't really fake it, right? You can't really fake that blissful, ecstatic feeling of love, right? We did this before, but we didn't focus on it. We did it in a super chat before, a couple of days ago or a week ago, but this is like going much deeper into it. So to really move with the upward spiral, love is the highest vibration, but not so easy to just conjure like that. So underneath that is gratitude, thanks, right? What you're thankful for, what you're grateful for. But like, we have had to say thank you for things that we're not thankful for. Give thanks for this turbulent time that we're going through because it's transforming you. Thanks. I'm sorry. My family, we should be professional eye rollers because we can't help it. Like, that's just who we are, right? It's in our DNA. Our eyes, my eyes can roll so far back in my head, I can see my own medulla oblongata. Look it up. But under gratitude, if it's not authentic to really feel it, is praise, and there's always something to praise. And if people have problems with that word, which I understand why, because that word praise, like, we've seen people do crazy shit about praising this and praising that. But praise is a combination of the word prayer and raise, right? Okay, just checking, make sure there aren't any like questions going on here. Remember the packing? Oh, yes. When I was packing to move here, mine is only an hour away. Good. You can see Milky's head. Hi, Booger. So cute. All three of them like camp around me when I sleep. Anyway, welcome to the tangent chat. We should call these super chat. We should call them super tangents. Let's see. Oh, yes, I got another friend request from a man. What a shock. Yeah, right. You look constipated if you try and force it. Absolutely. So praise. They said the word praise bothers you, which I can understand. Then you can. So praise 10 being that like tears of joy, ecstasy, bliss. So where are you? Check in right now. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 vibrationally? Let me tune here. I'm a 6. 6 is good. 6 is like a little bit above the median, right? I'm at a 6. Let's see some numbers. What are your numbers? Because I used to do this. Actually, if you watch some of my old Sunday morning services that are on my YouTubes, I realized I started doing this February 4 years ago, having a YouTube channel. It's only been a year at summer solstice that I've been doing readings on here. Oh, wow, Julia, you're at a 3. Okay. I hear you. I'm here for you, too. What are your numbers? We got a 4, right? It lagged for the explanation. I have no idea. Okay, so on a scale, are you emotionally? Depression, horrible, want to slit your wrists, wanting to end it all, blow up the world. 10 being happy, blissful, more than happy, ecstatic, right? So feel where you are. What's your number? Do this. Give me a little thing that said it really is very glitchy tonight, so I'm trying to keep an eye on when the little sign comes up saying that our connection is unstable. Do my best. All right? Yeah, keep in mind, everybody And all the past lives are on the internet right now, most likely. I feel pretty too. Yes, I saw your pictures. I saw. So here's the thing. Whatever number that you're at, like I said, I'm at like what, a 6? This is how this works. I am going to say, I praise, and then I'm going to fill in the blank. And then you repeat after me. You don't have to type it. And you say, I praise, or I like blank. And if you want to type it, you go right ahead. You with me? All right, here we go. I like cobalt blue glass. I like clean water. I like Sheryl Crow. I like my Wonder Mug. I like purple pens. I praise RuPaul's Drag Race. It just lagged again. I praise RuPaul's Drag Race. That's worth saying twice. I praise chocolate. I praise Taco Bell quesadillas. I haven't had one in years, but God, they're good. I praise Burrito Supremes. I praise a good massage. I praise tea lights. I praise 70-degree days. I praise the smell of freshly cut grass. I praise mud masks. See, that's the thing. When you do it with other people, it's like, yeah. I tequila shots with friends. If I kept going, it might be higher, but I'm going to say I'm like a 7. Like I bumped up one. Better than I was. Not so meh. What number are you at? I praise being barefoot on perfect weather for each season. I praise lacking internet. Yeah, it's still, your connection is unstable. Please wait. Well, yeah, that one wasn't a long one. So now you're at a 7, right? So your number went up a little, right? So now you're on a more, people will still keep putting numbers because there is a lag. There's going to be. I'm smiling. So maybe I'm an 8 from a 6. I praise Cyrus Beach in Scotland. Ooh, lovely. Now we go to gratitude. What are you thankful for, right? Because now you're feeling it, like you started moving up the spiral. I am grateful for my sense of humor. I am thankful for you too. Because it's right there. I'm very thankful for my Dyson vacuum. It doesn't have to be so lofty. It can be anything. Hello. I am so grateful for the Church of Starbucks. I am a disciple and an acolyte. I am so thankful for my Verissimo and my Sumatra pods. I just got 6 boxes of them from Amazon. I'm so thankful. Netflix. I am truly grateful and truly thankful for Trixie, because that show gives me life and I'm thankful. Connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. God, that's annoying. All right. D. Hansel, I'm there with you. I am grateful for being part of Generation X, big time. You get like on a roll with this, right? So now where are you? Scale of 1 to 10. I'm at a solid 8. I am at an 8. What's your number? Let's see. Love that it froze on that particular facial expression. Great Lord knows what I was just doing there. 8, 9, 7, 9, 8.5, right? So you see, it does work, right? So now let's do the top of the spiral, right? The highest vibration, love. Who do you love? What do you love? Who do you love? What do you love? Well, I have to say I love my gods. I do. Perfect love and perfect trust of the gods alone. Everybody else has bad days. I love my gods. I love being a mystic. I love the love of God as noun and verb. I love Terry Pratchett. I do. See, but the thing is going, I don't know how that works. I love high heels. I love hearing my mom snore. We are so good. Curl of being in love. I love that people benefit from the work that I do. I love that I can take the lead and minimize it into gold and give that golden wisdom away that to help people. Oh, come on, YouTube. So what number are you at? 9.510. I'm at a 9.510. And I love reading what you're all putting on here. Hiking and rock climbing, labyrinth. I do love a good labyrinth. The one in Brooklyn in Bushwick is just amazing. Maria Hernandez Park. I love that people, even strangers, seem to trust me and confide in me and let me into their lives. Right? See? So would you say that yeah, I hear you. I know. But let's look at it this way, Julia. God grant me the serenity. Serenity now to accept the things I can't change, because I have no idea why it's doing that. I'm just glad it's not my tech. Yeah. Yeah. It's an internet issue. You know, what are you gonna do? But how do you feel, right? 9, 10, right? So this is something that, as we are so isolated right now and we can't take action so much, here's the opportunity to do something that costs nothing. It costs nothing to sit there and say, all right, I need something to praise. I need something to like. I like drag fans. I like cobalt blue glass. I like divination systems. Right? And just the easiest for me to love is I love my mom. I do. I love her. I love my mom. I love my cats. I love the people who have touched my heart. And I love being a witch. I do. I wouldn't trade it. Go ahead, burn me at the stake. I don't care. Draw and quarter me. Just give me good drugs first. I love being a witch. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I love being an eclectic. I love the freedom that I have to study and worship whatever I want, however I want, with harm to none. And I love that I've survived it all. And I love that the gods take the time to give me inspiration. I love that I am loved. And I love doing this stuff with you guys. Big crybaby that I am. I love doing this. So motivating, right? It's the small things that get us by. Absolutely. We're a pretty neat community. You know, every time somebody yeah. I love the Angelo Lyons Mel for short Facebook group. I love it so very much. And I really love you all so much for playing along with me tonight, which I love. Doesn't mean that you're going to attract wonderful God. Anyway, do this again in the Facebook group. I can't believe it. It's lagging again. That being said, whether you can hear me or not, let's do a closing prayer. Please take a nice deep breath. Wow, okay, we've got a Krypton green thing going on over there. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, thank you so much for the love, the power, and the wisdom, the praise, the gratitude, the love, the sharing, the community that we were able to do this. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my Lyons. Thank you, my gods, my angels, my masters, my higher selves, and the higher selves of all involved. And may whatever remains in this recording serve whoever watches it later for the well-being of all. So mote it be, and so it is. Mal for subscribe. I can internet connection. I'm just gonna finish this now.